Welcome back to Udine for the final time this season. I can't believe I'm saying it already. We only have 3 games left to go. Hopefully, it's not the final time ever as well, because with the early exit from the Coppa Italia and the fact we haven't managed to make £42.5 million worth of profit from transfers, the board will be looking at our contracts at the end of the season and hopefully, keep everything crossed, hopefully Tomasso Ricci can stay in a job. We do have 3 games coming up before then. We're going to be playing Monza first of all, who are 12th in the table. We are now 8th. We can't get European football anymore, but hopefully we can consolidate this spot in 8th in the table, maybe even climb to 7th and finish the season off on a high and, like I said, hopefully stay in a job. Before we get underway with the games, though, a couple of little bits of admin. First of all, Mario Soriano did sustain a little bit of a knock in that away win against Cagliari. He's going to be out for 5 days, so not very long. He will miss the next game against Monza, but it won't end his season right away. We obviously do have 2 expiring loans as well. Isaac Toure will be going back to his parent club unless we can negotiate a deal. And Milambo, despite the fact he scored 2 goals in the last game, I don't think we're going to look to try and keep him around. Toure, it's interesting. I do wonder how much he would cost us. Maybe worth looking into because he has been absolutely massive in defence for us. And we also have received an offer for Karlstrom, I believe. Ekkelenkamp. Ekkelenkamp has received an offer. And Lille want to pay somewhere. Well, I mean, they've offered us 4.2 million. And I think that's massive considering he's not a player who's getting anywhere near the starting lineup for us, Jurgen Ekkelenkamp. And let's go in and try and get a little bit more money for him to try and bolster the coffers before the summer transfer window. Here we are then in Tomasso Ricci's office with the representative from Lille. And we will propose a new transfer fee of about 4.6 and see if they'll take the bait with that. Just give us a little bit more money. And they're happy with that. For a player that isn't playing for us, that 4.6 million can definitely be better spent elsewhere. So he will be out of the building at the end of the season when the transfer window opens. He hasn't really had a chance with us. He hasn't played much, but that's a good little bit of business for us to start the episode. So let's get into the games for this episode. We're starting off with a home fixture against Monza, then we're away against Juventus, and finally we finish the season against Fiorentina. We'll try and rattle through these games. We obviously want to consolidate our league position and finish above Bologna, who we are level on points with at the moment. But there's not much else riding on it. I think the die is kind of cast as far as Tomasso Ricci's future at the moment, unless we can make something happen. But obviously, finishing in 7th is a lot better than finishing in 8th, and hopefully the board agree. So we'll be trying our very hardest. But yeah, we've got to really have one eye now on the end of the season, and you can't help but wonder what is going to happen. Monza will be a stern test, though. We've got a full-strength squad playing, though. Diakite starts up front alongside Sanchez, and all your usual favourites behind them. Sanchez to whip the corner in towards Biol, who can only put it over the bar. Well cut out by Cesar Huerta, who, I don't know if Diakite's offside. I think he might be. Diakite does tuck it away. Is the flag down? Is Diakite offside? I'm just not too sure. No one stopped him celebrating just yet. He must have timed his run perfectly. Very, very interesting to see the replay here. It's a lovely pressing from Huerta. And Diakite must be very close. Number 22 from Monza, just playing him onside apparently. But it can't have been by very far at all. And that is a much more exciting piece of play than the expression on that policeman behind the goal would indicate. Cesar Huerta onto Sanchez, who's got space to run into here. Sanchez jinking, and it's like the Sanchez of old. Close control, didn't know whether he was going to go left or right, and eventually his shot was powerful but well saved. Going to be Pessina or Caprari from distance for Monza, who you can only deduce from that free kick that he wanted a souvenir from the game and was trying to send the ball back to his hotel room. And Okoye will take the goal kick. The cross for Diakite. It will fall to Soriano, who shoots and it's blocked and goes out for the corner. 1-0 at half-time. We scored a good goal thanks to Cesar Huerta's energetic pressing. And yeah, Monza probably could have had 1 or 2 themselves had they not made completely baffling decisions up top. We'll take the 1-0 lead quite happily into the second half. It's got a very much end of the season, towards the end of the season vibe to it, this game. The sun's out, people are just having fun, and there's not too much riding on the game at the moment. Oh, Diakite. Nice little bit of skill from Diakite. Oh, that's a bit of class from him. I love seeing that from him. He looks so dangerous moving forward when he's moving with pace. A little bit of a shimmy onto his left foot. It can only hit the side netting. So it's Sanchez. He's trying to twist and turn. He then passes back to Cesar Huerta. He can't quite get to that one. Sanchez got Samazic outside him. Can he find Diakite? It's a really lovely pass from Samazic. Diakite maybe had more time than he thought there. Turning onto his right foot, shooting from just outside the box. And yeah, a diving save from the keeper to keep us out and keep the score at 1-0. Still time for Monza in this game. And it's a good save by Okoye, who Biol was then very lucky with the rebound. He couldn't really control it. It goes out for a corner. Caprari will take it, maybe a short one. But no, he likes to go long. And it's met well. And a point-blank save by Okoye, who does really well. And we will try and clear it eventually with Torre lumping it up front to Alexis Sanchez, who does head down well to Huerta, who's now through. And Huerta's through. We've got Diakite making the run as well. Huerta will do the sensible thing, pass it to Diakite. And we'll wrap the game up with 2 minutes left on the break. Very fortunate, really, to get the opportunity to break from that corner because it took a great save from Okoye. And yeah, I mean, it's massive celebrations. But yeah, 2-0 for us. I'm sure the game will end like that now. And I think we just about deserve it. And with that, that is full time, 2-0 to Udinese at home to Monza. We now travel to Juventus, to Turin for a difficult game away. It's a shame it can't mean more. However, we will try our best to get a victory against another one of Serie A's top teams. Away at Juventus, away at the only other team in Serie A with their stadium in the game. So really looking forward to seeing this. It's the first time we've seen it this season. And actually, this is a big game. Maybe not for us, but for Juventus. If they win today, they win the league. If we win, then the impetus is back with Inter Milan. So it's quite big. We could see Juventus win the league. Hopefully, I mean, we'll still be trying to win. We'll be trying to stop that from happening. We don't really care if Juventus win it or if Inter Milan win it, to be perfectly honest. But it is a big game in that context. We've made a few changes. We'll go through them when we play. I'm sure you know all the players anyway by now. And Luca with an early chance for Udinese. Ooh! And it's just wide. He can finish on that right foot. We know he can. And that one just makes its way past the post. I'll pass it back to Toro on the edge of the box, whose dipping effort hits the stanchion behind the goal. I don't think it had the whip on it to find its way into the far corner, but it definitely had some dip on it. And, I thought it hit the stanchion. It hit the outside of the post. It wasn't too far away at all. Soriano on to Luca, who uses his height well to nod it to Diakite. He'll spread the play out to Iglesias, the left back, on the left-hand side. We'll just take our time with it and check back with Piero onto Huerta on the edge of the box. Huerta scores for Udinese away, the Allianz Stadium, away at Juventus. Lovely little goal. Manages to turn on the edge of the box and fire past the keeper. And the Juventus fans look like they're stunned as they may be watching the Serie A title slip away from them here. So we can see here, Huerta, edge of the box, nice turn, and then, a wonderful, wonderful finish past the keeper. Well, Huerta does well there to dispossess the defender, and Luca is through on goal. It's Lorenzo Luca for Udinese to put us 2-0 up. Oh, Juventus. Your dreams are crumbling in front of your eyes. Because with this, it does mean that Inter Milan could take the lead at the top of Serie A. Lorenzo Luca in plenty of space to make the run forward. Just takes it onto his right foot. It might have been Locatelli who was trying to close him out but couldn't do it quick enough. Hello, so this is embarrassing. I've just sat down to do some editing and apparently I got a little bit too excited when that goal went in and managed to kick out my microphone lead and not notice. So the rest of these videos have got absolutely no audio. So I've recorded like an after the event kind of narration. We'll see how that goes. It's probably awful. Of course, this had to happen on the most important episode of the season. So yeah, let's crack on with that. Apologies. So it might be 2 goals up, but Juventus obviously still Juventus. Jack Grealish here, releasing Vlahovic with a lovely pass. He can't convert, and that will take us up to half-time. Juventus here kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, obviously needing to score goals and win the game, but in pushing those men up the pitch, they are leaving plenty of space at the back. And with 70 minutes on the clock, some really good pressing from Modesto means that he's through and can slide the ball across the box for Luca for our 3rd of the game. Surely you've got to think now the game is done and dusted. A nice tidy finish from Luca for his 2nd. And yeah, 3-0 at Juventus. It's a real shame this couldn't mean more. And on 80 minutes we complete the route with Luca in for his hat-trick. Again, some really good pressing high up the pitch. And it's a really nice finish from Luca before some boxing with the corner flag. Yeah, really good performance. Shame it couldn't mean more, as I said, but Lorenzo Luca at least gets to take the match ball home. Well done to him. That's nice to see. Nice to see against the champions elect at this point in the season. On to the next game. We welcome Fiorentina to the Blue Energy Stadium. They've kind of been around the same positions as we have in the league. And we get off to a really good start. Huerta through, taking the right-footed shot. The keeper making a solid save, but bouncing back and then pivoting on his right foot and following through with his left with a low finish from Huerta to put us 1-0 ahead. Celebrates in front of the fans who are going absolutely mental by the looks of things. Fiorentina, though, had their moments and they actually had a chance here to score a very similar goal to our goal. Unable to convert though, and you will also notice we've got Padelli in net instead of Okoye. This is because we received an email from Padelli saying he was about to retire and he wanted to play, and I'm sentimental like that apparently. At this point I got a phone call to say that my car was ready to be picked up. New brake pads as well, the princely sum of £332, so fine, that happened. And yeah, Huerta, we were trying to push for a second here in the first half. For all of like 0.1 of a second, that shot looked good, but then obviously went well wide. But as you can see, Huerta was the difference maker in the first half with that goal. And yeah, into the second half, 70 minutes, Fiorentina pushing for an equaliser. I'm not sure here whether their player was trying something completely audacious or just completely skewed the cross. We tried a fancy Kevin De Bruyne style free kick with Sanchez here, and it actually kind of worked, just not enough power on it to get past the keeper. And then 81 minutes, we've had our share of bad refereeing this season, and this is no exception. Apparently this is a penalty. I'm really not sure about that. But yeah, Colpani makes no mistake from the spot. 1-1. We've kind of been robbed a little bit there. We've probably been the better team, and that is full time. We finish our season with a 1-1 draw at home to Fiorentina. Not the worst result in the world, but not the best either. And we've just got time for a final look over the league table, the final league table. We do finish in 9th, just behind Bologna, which is slightly annoying, but doesn't really mean much in the grand scheme of things. Ahead of Fiorentina, and it looks like Roma might have beaten Lazio to the Conference League place. Down at the bottom, unfortunately Torino did get relegated. I was kind of hoping they might stay up, but Venezia and Cagliari with them, which is no great surprise to be perfectly honest. And at the top of the table, Juventus do hold on to win the Serie A title, just beating Inter Milan and AC Milan to the punch. And then there's not much else for us to do apart from sit around and pray and hope and just wait for an email from the board to let us know if Tomasso Ricci has still got a job. it was never really in doubt. That's right, Tomasso Ricci keeps his job for the second season. Apparently I'm more relieved to keep this fake job than I would be to get a real life job. But you can't keep Ricci down for long. My GOAT, my manager. Thank you so much for watching this silly little series. Tomasso Ricci will be back in a week's time. He's going to take a week holiday. Just, recuperate, get his thoughts in order for the next season, a massive season ahead. I hope you will join us in Udine again. Thank you for watching these silly little videos and for watching this channel. I appreciate every view, like, subscription, and we will see you in a week's time to continue the adventure. See ya.